Hello everyone, this is Shauna here, and today I'm at TryHackMe again doing another Wireshark intensive module called Overpass 2 Hacked. And so we're going to be really diving into the PCAP files on this one, learning how an attacker actually penetrated a system, and then we're going to actually be able to mimic what he did and find out, retrace his steps by looking at this PCAP file in Wireshark. So let's get started. I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to put in Wireshark to get it started. I have a dark mode Wireshark. I hope it doesn't cause any problems with you guys seeing things, but this is the one that I have and I don't know how to get it onto light mode. Let's see, so download the task files. I've already done that, and I'm going to go over to load them into Wireshark by going to File and Open. And it's in my downloads folder, but I've got a lot of stuff in there, so you can filter by the type of file that it was. And I saw when it was downloading, it was this Overpass 2 PCAP-NG file. So we're just going to open that and get this started, and it gives me all the files right here. Okay, so let's start digging in and seeing if we can answer some of these questions. The first question is, what was the URL of the page they used to upload a reverse shell? So I've just been kind of looking through here, and they uploaded a reverse shell. So I see that there was a get to development, and then down here there was an upload. It looks like on the development page there's an upload. We can just take a look at right click and follow and TCP stream on this one and get more details of it. And so we can see that there was a file upload section there, and they actually uploaded this application. And by looking at some of these details right here, we can see we've got an IP address and we've got a port number. This looks like a pretty standard reverse shell, and so this was where they did it. And so we can see right over here it was in this development folder. So that's the answer right there, /development/ and that's the answer. And then what payload did the attacker use to gain access? Again, we were looking at it right here. You just want to highlight this script right there and copy it and then paste it into there to get the correct answer. So what password did the attacker use to privilege escalate? So we need to, this one is just where he uploaded the payload. This wasn't where he actually started his penetration of the system. So we need to find another, and let me see, this filter's in there. I'm going to remove that filter so that we can see everything. And let's see, this was where they uploaded the payload. So sometime after there's an upload of the payload, there's probably a connection where he's doing things with the reverse shell. And so one thing that I did, everybody probably has their own method, but this is just kind of what I did. I was thinking about how, so if he's sending more data, there's going to be a greater length to the packet. And so I was looking at packets that have a lot of data in them that were TCP or HTTP, and I came down here to I think it was this one right here, to packet 114. I saw that it was the packet in length was 1528 bytes, and it was this TCP connection, and I saw a bunch of information down here. It says root on it, so that was interesting. So I just did right click and follow TCP stream so that I could better analyze this, and this is where it has all the information of how this guy exploited the system. And right here we see that his name that he used once he got in was James, and the password he used was whenever note art instant. That's kind of weird, but that's the answer right there, whenever note art instant. So how did the attacker establish persistence? So he was able to get in through this reverse shell. So how was he able to make it where he could come back whenever he wanted? And so if we just kind of scroll down and look through here, and we could see all the things that he did. He he was able to get into the shadow file and see names, and he could see all these folders. And then scroll down here, he actually did a git clone of this SSH backdoor. So he installed an SSH backdoor, and that was how he was able to gain persistence. And so that's what you need to put right there. You just need to highlight this HTTPS GitHub backdoor link and just copy it and put it right over there. So let's see what else we have here. So it looks like right here he's got some password information that he was able to find. And so this is going to be important for the next question. So it says, using the fast track word list, how many of the system passwords were crackable? So these are the system passwords that he found inside that shadow folder. So I just went to, and these are all hashed right here. So I just went here and I copied and I put them into a new file. And I've already done that, so let me just get this file for you so I can show. I just put them in here and was able to, and now we're going to manipulate it a little bit. Okay, so with those files in there, that'll be the password with the hashes that we need to use John the Ripper to try to decode. And so they're wanting us to use this fast track word list. So I didn't have that on my machine, so I just went and Googled it and I found the word lists right here, Dirty Chai, GitHub, and I just copied that and I pasted it into another file that I called fasttrack.txt. So what we're going to do is, let me get back to my terminal here. And let me get a new one actually. And let me just zoom in for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So what we do is we're going to use John the Ripper. And so I've already done it, so I've got that there quickly for you. So it's user sbin John. And then you want to do whatever you named your passwords file. I named mine hash.txt. And then you want to push -- word list equals, and then whatever you named that fast track word list, you want to put that right there. I named mine fasttrack.txt. And then, oops, I need to get into the correct directory. Sorry about that. So I need to change to my desktop and run this from there. And let me just bring this back up. There we go. Because that's, you want to be in the directory of where the files are saved to use John the Ripper. Okay, so it loaded 5 password hashes with 5 different salts. So I went to run John the Ripper, and I just put in the hash.txt of the hash passwords and then the word list of fast track that we wanted to use and hit enter. And it didn't give me the actual like passwords, but it shows that it loaded 5 password hashes with 5 different salts and it has 1 remaining. So I put that was 4. Here's me trying to figure out John the Ripper. And so I put how many system passwords were crackable, and I put in 4. So let's move on to task number 2. What is the default hash for the back door? Okay, so we have to look at this. We have to go to this website right here for the back door so we can find out information about it. And so if you go to that, you go to this page, which is the GitHub for the SSH backdoor. And so we can kind of find some information from here. And so again, the question was the default hash for the backdoor. So clicking back onto this page and going into, let's see, from the main page for the SSH backdoor, you want to go into the main Go. It's using the Go language to write this. You want to go into the main program and we scroll down here and we can see that there's this hash string that's the default hash that it's using. So you just want to go make sure, this is a very long line, you want to make sure that you get the entire line. You want to copy that and you want to just paste it right into there. What's the hard-coded salt for the backdoor? So again, going over to the coding and scrolling down, we find down here that there's this other value, hash value, and if we click on what this is, verify pass, it shows us that the first number is hash, the second one is the salt, and then the third is the password string. So that's what the variable is supposed to be set up as. So we know that this is the salt. So just copy this and then put that right over into there. That's the hard-coded salt for the backdoor. What was the hash that the attacker used? Go back to the PCAP for this. So we're back at the PCAP, and I'm gonna scroll down and see if we can figure out what he actually used. And down here we see this SHA key fingerprints. I'm not sure if that was the right one. Nope, this was it right here, the back door. So when he went through the back door, he used this hash right there. So you copy that and you can paste that right there. Using the hash, crack the hash using RockU and a cracking tool of your choice. What was the password? Okay, so first we need to kind of figure out we're going to use Hashcat, but we need to figure out what mode to use. So I've already opened up a page about Hashcat. Let me just load it up again. And at the Hashcat website, this gives you information about the modules and which ones that you would want to use and all the different switches that you can use for Hashcat. So this is an awesome page to go to. It's just hashcat.net, and they've got basically a wiki page for this. And you scroll down and you want to try to find the type of hash scenario that you're going to use. So again, we have SHA and we have assault, and so we want to kind of figure out what we're going to use. I tried a couple of these and I finally found the correct one. It's 1710, this one here. So the SHA, it was a really long hash, so that's what made me think that it was SHA 512, because it uses more bytes into the hash. And then it has the password, and the salt is the format that it wants to use, and the module number that it wants to use is 1710. So what we do is, if you don't already have RockU on your machine, you want to get that and save it. I have everything on my desktop right now, so I'm making sure that I'm in my desktop terminal. And then from there, I'm going to run Hashcat, and I've already done it before. So -M and then 1710 for the module that you want to use, and then backdoor text is the one that I saved it as, RockU and force. So before I run this, I want to show you what you have to do. So it shows you the syntax that you need to use, and actually they got it wrong because it says a period right here. So let me just bring this file over here. So what you want to do is you want to, from this TCP stream where it has this hashed value right here, you want to copy that and you want to put that in first in this document, and that comes to about right here. And then you want to put a semicolon, not a period, a semicolon, and then you want to go back to the coding and you want to put that salt value right here. So you want to put, again, the password, hash value, and then you want to put the hash value of the salt. And so the salt, again, was found back at the programming down at the bottom, and you see this value right there. That was the salt. So I have that saved in this document called backdoor.txt. And so that's the one that's going to be comparing that document with RockU, and it's going to try to find what the password is. So I'm just hitting enter. And let's see, all hashes found. Where to go? There we go. Okay, so it says all hashes found in the pot file. Use dash dash so to display them. So I redid the command for hashcat, and I added dash dash show at the end, and so it shows the hash, and then at the end it shows that it is November 16th is the translated decrypted password. So that's what we get right there, November 16th. All right, so now we want to get back in. We want to try to go the way that the attacker used, so that we can see maybe what he was able to see and get the flags. So the hacker defaced the website, so I need to start the machine. Sorry, let me just give this a minute. I will come back when the machine is up and running. Okay, now that I have my machine up and running, I can just copy that, and I'm going to actually just see what it looks like when we just paste and go. And this is the website. It's cute. It's a little cactus with a cookie. And so it was defaced by this. So you're just going to hover over that, copy it, and paste that right there. And this is actually so cute. I want to save this image, and I'm going to save it to my desktop right now. Okay. I just need to save that for my own posterity. Okay, so let's go back and let's see the next question. Using the information you previously found, let's hack your way back in. So again, we want to try to just follow in the footsteps of the attacker. We know that he used this backdoor. We know that it is an SSH backdoor from the coding, and when we go through it, we can kind of see what they use, and the backdoor is using this port to make a persistent backdoor. So let's see if we can just SSH into that. Now, I have had some problems on my machine using this code, and I don't understand why, but I was able to run it in the attack box. So we'll see if today I have some more luck. So I'm just going to SSH, and I'm going to put in James, because that's the user who we have the password for. And then I'm just going to put in the IP address of the machine, which for me right now, this will be different for you, of course, but for me, my machine is 10.10.0.195, and that should be okay. I'm trying to see if I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and then we want to do the port 2222. So let's see if we can do this. And it's been unable to negotiate that. I keep having this problem on my machine. If somebody can tell me why I'm having this problem running this command on my Kali Linux machine, please let me know. I'm going to start the attack box right here and TryHackMe so that I can finish this module with you. I will be back once this is up and running. So for anyone who wants to help me try to troubleshoot this, you can see that I'm able to ping the machine, but I'm still not able to negotiate the port 222 to do the SSH backdoor. So anyone who can help me out there, let me know in the comments. That would be great. But for right now, it looks like my machine is almost up and running, my attack box on TryHackMe. So let's just try this out here. So let me go to the terminal and SSH. And we're going to use James at, and then 10.10.0.195 is my address, and we're going to use port 222. And yes, we want to continue. And it's asking for his password, which we know we just found was November 16th. And we are in. And so now that we're in, we just want to... We're in the actual folder for the backdoor, so we just want to cd ... to get back out of it. So we're in the main James folder, and we go list, and we see that there is this user.txt, so we can just do cat user.txt, and that gives us the first flag that we need right there. So just copy that back into there, and then we get the user flag. And so now they're asking, what is the root flag? So how do we get to root? On this one we did ls-la to show like all hidden files in here, and we see that there's this suid bash that you can run, so you can find the sudo you can find the sudo one. So I went to GitHub, not GitHub, I went to Google, and where is this? Nope. Where did I find this? Okay, I already don't have it on there, so I wanted to show you how I actually figured this out, but I don't have that up anymore. I don't want to take your time, but basically I just Googled this, suid bash, and I found out how to use it. So in the command line, you can do dot slash dot, and then suid underscore bash, and then I did -p for, I think it's persistent, and you just want to hit enter, and it's able to get you in to the root directory. So from there, I did, who am I? And I am root right now, and then wanted to get into a directory, cd/, so I'm in the, I think I'm in cd root, and then just listed, and then there's a root.txt there. So then I just cat root.txt, and we have the flag. So I hope that helps you out, guys. Again, this all started from Wireshark and just learning how to better analyze, do forensics in Wireshark, and I hope that you were able to complete the module. If you have any comments, questions, or criticisms, leave them below and I'll try to help you out. Until next time, you guys, happy hacking.